Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. My name's Aidan Squat, I'm your chairman. It's my job to get you through the agenda. The leadership team helped me in that. Could I ask them to be outstanding and introduce themselves, please?
Good morning, Paul Lewis, standing in for Ben as Education Coordinator.
Vincent, I chair the membership committee and also I'm the official timekeeper.
Good morning, Scott, meeting secretary and a handsome face of Light Chat.
Good morning all, I'm Terry, I do membership and recruitment. That's what I do.
Thank you. Please be seated. Specific features about this week's meeting. We've now accumulated 3 mics. They're all around there somewhere. London buses syndrome, but welcome mics. Bigger welcome to John Hammond, who's been AWOL. He's come back from Liverpool relatively unscathed, so welcome back, John. I suppose you can disappear up to Liverpool for another 6 weeks, but
Hopefully not.
Right, so introductions over. Let's get on with the meeting. It starts with the performance lead. Scott.
Right, so welcome to December. Hopefully we've got your advent calendars working. So now we've closed down November, let me tell you the results for the month. I have to say, it has been a leadership team win this month. Top 4 positions, 4th was Vince, for about 157 points to you. 3rd place, 196 points to Paul. 2nd place to Terry, 216. And in the last week, I nobbled in, I'm at the top, 242 points for me. So well done, everybody, that's a good one.
Thanks, Scott. Right. Education slot next. Our stand-in education man, Paul, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. So second week this week on referrals. So the different types of referrals that can be generated. So imagine if I'm in my office and a client rings me up. Oh, Stuart. Thank you.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good.
How can I help you?
Oh, right. Yes, rather interestingly, I was just wondering, I'm in the need a bit of help from a mortgage broker. I just wondered if you happen to know one.
Well enough, Stuart, I do. His name is Mike Rogers. He's very good. What I'll do is... I know. His name is Mike Rogers. He's very good.
Talking about you, Mike.
What I'll do, Stuart, I'll email you with
lovely.
details. If I copy Mike in as well, then you can contact him for a
That would be excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So that's an example of a reactive referral. Someone has come to you to see if you know anyone, so that's nice and simple. The next type is a proactive referral. So what I'm going to do now is show you an example of that. So I'm going to ring Stuart in. Ring, 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 ring. ring, ring.
Hello, Paul. You again?
Yeah. Long time no speak.
It's been a long time, not long enough.
I've just been looking through your accounts on Xero.
Oh, God, really?
Yes. I've noticed you've been doing quite well this year.
Have I? Well, that's good news.
And I just thought, why don't you make a pension contribution into a SIP to reduce your profit and your tax?
Oh, that's an interesting idea. I would know the first thing about how to do that, though.
Well, what I could
What it
do
says here.
is pass you on to a good guy called Howard Willock.
Oh.
He's an independent financial advisor, and he can give you lots of advice on pensions.
That sounds very, very interesting.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll email you the details and I'll copy him in.
Oh, I can't wait.
Alright.
So excited. Thank you, Paul.
So that's an example of a proactive one. But there's also other types of referrals. There are There are follow-up referrals. So a good example of that is about a year ago, Colin introduced me to a client, a friend, actually a relative. So a limited company. I did a company valuation for them. And yesterday, he called me back for assistance with a personal self-assessment tax return. That was a follow-up referral. It wasn't something that Colin knew about, so I had to tell him yesterday, by the way. So he's put a referral in for that, but there's lots of follow-up opportunities which are referrals, which is easy to miss out on. The final type of referral is the third-party referral. So, as an example, if I refer a client to Mike Rogers, and that client's friend comes to Mike for a mortgage, then that's
a different story.
Yeah. That's a third-party referral. Now, it might not be that I hear about that third-party referral. So if Mike knows about it, then he should tell me so I can put a referral in for that. But that third-party referral wouldn't happen if it wasn't for that initial referral. So these are the ones to not forget about, because otherwise it gets missed. So those are the different types of referrals that are in place.
Thank you, Paul. The only unrealistic thing about that is the way they answered their mobile phone without. Anyway. Right. Membership matters now. I'm going to hand over to Terry, who is going to do something exciting with somebody.
Not sure about that. Anyway, no, it's, after the last visitors meeting, we've had a couple of people who seem to keep coming back, we can't get rid of them. We're delighted to join. I'm delighted to be able to announce that Ryan Paul and Mike Dixon have both joined. They'd like to come up and be inducted. You've been told about this?
No,
Not too bad, yeah.
I'll go and get the sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it. We'll walk back to your seat a different way.
I didn't get all this. It's a Zoom meeting. Everyone's right.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Well done both. As you say on Bullseye, where it would prime. Membership matters over. We move towards the 62nd round, inexorably towards the 62nd round. As a prelude to the 62nd round, as the usual prelude to the 62nd round, the business card box. There it is, with all of your cards in. Take cards that you need to make referrals. Make sure that you are adequately represented in there. We move towards the 62nd round now, whilst that makes its way round. My apologies first to Melissa for not introducing you at the beginning as a second attorney. Welcome to the meeting. We hope you'll make a further nuisance of yourself and apply to join. Right, yes, Mike, and stick your cards in as it goes round if you've got them, or arrange to do it next week. Right, the 62nd round, let's not wait any longer. As is customary, the person judging the Oscar is the person who goes first. In this case, it's Terry. And of course, you all know about the bellman. The bellman after 50 seconds will do, and after 60 seconds will do. Anybody who knows the difference, let me know. Answers on the postcard. Let's get on with that. Terry, you're up first. Oh, sorry, yes, theme. I'm reminded about the theme from last week. I was the one who made the suggestion. Your rhyming couplet at the beginning with your name, please. Sorry about that, Terry.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Terry Magan, Tom T, and Rob Magan rhymes with sailing and hailing. But I'm not going to talk about sailing or hailing today. I'm going to talk about boundary disputes. When I leave here today, I'm up to sunny Wanstead, which I'm reliably informed by Vince is very nice. He said it's very nice. and I'm going to see a client who's got a boundary dispute over a shared driveway. We've never got a house with a shared driveway. We've got a mediation with that case in 2 weeks' time to try and resolve it. So I'm going today to have a meeting with the client, see everything, physically see everything, and talk to them about what we're going to discuss. Unfortunately for my client's neighbour, who's the other side of the dispute, his solicitor is based in Leeds, and although he is coming down for the mediation, he's not coming down until the day of the mediation. So I think we're going to have fun and games there, because I'm going to have a heads up, know what it's all about, and where the fences are on the ground, and he's probably going to be rushing off the train. So maybe, see how it works.
Thanks, Terry. Mike Hickson first, followed by Sarah Steele.
Morning, I'm Mike Hickson. Mike, right, sorry, got it wrong already. Hickson rhymes with Vixen, and Nixon, as in the President of the USA, and Dixon, or Dixon of Doc Green fame, TV character in the 1960s for anyone who's too young to remember. I mention that because the police are very close to my heart when it comes to internet fraud, because they're not really interested. I saw a post this morning on a blog that I'm a member of, where a company has just lost £100,000 because one of their emails was intercepted, the bank details were changed, and their customer paid the fraudster £100,000. He's out of pocket, the police don't want to know, and the customer says, I paid you. So we help people like that on a regular basis to protect themselves from having it done again, but we can't prevent it after the case. So, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Sarah Steele next, followed by Mike Skinner.
Good morning, everybody. Sarah Steele from Better with Money. Sarah, I'm not a wig wearer. Will I do? Okay. So today, Better with Money, we provide financial education in the workplace, really to help people take control of their finances to reduce their money stress. And one of the things we do lots of different webinars on different personal finance topics, and one that we do is about how to teach your kids about money. And to do that, we partnered with an amazing man called Will Rainey, who gave up his job as a pension actuary and went off travelling around the world, and now spends his whole life helping people to teach their kids about money. And he's just released this fantastic book called Grandpa's Fortune Fables. It's lots and lots of stories that children can read that give them a background as to why saving's important, investing. So if you need stocking fillers, it's on Amazon, it's really good. So that's Sarah Steele, Better with Money. If you know anybody that wants to give their employees the gift of financial education at Christmas, let me know.
Thanks, Sarah. Mike Skinner, followed by, here we go, the last one, Mike Rogers.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mike from Black Water Media, your video needs encyclopedia. I was best managed. I produce video content for business and events, as well as covering product shoots, interviews, training videos, explainers, tutorials, and company overviews. I'll be speaking again in the 10-minute presentation section of the meeting, so I won't keep you, but I'll pre-warn you I'm going to be looking for a decent number of volunteers for my presentations, so please be willing to get out of your seats, or I'm going to look really silly stood there with nothing else to talk about. So thanks, that's Mike from Black Water Media.
Thank you, Mike. Mike, the next.
Morning, everyone. Mike Rogers. Let's not go there. I'm from the mortgage store. I'm a mortgage broker and have been for over 30 years now. What's happening? Interest rates. They're what I call bubbling at the moment, and lenders are all playing games. For example, 2 weeks ago, Santander, without saying anything, increased all their rates by 0.2%. The week before that, big fanfare, hey, we're reducing our rates by 0.1%. So the net result is they've increased their rates. Lots of lenders, every single day I'll get emails from different lenders saying our rates have gone up, our rates have gone down. They're going up and down, but they're obviously moving at the end of the day, to be fair. But we don't know what's going to happen. So if you are not on a fixed rate, now is the perfect time to hook yourself in to a longer term fixed rate on your mortgage, and then you don't have to care what happens to interest rates. Anyway, Mike Rogers from the Mortgage Store. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Ryan, followed by Tina.
Morning all. So struggled to find something to run with Ryan. So we've got full name Ryan Ball, and my rhyming word is install. So what we installed a lot of recently, lighting with the night drawing in. We're doing lots of floodlights, security lights, lots of garden lighting, which we always seem to do in the winter, which is always fun. What other lighting are we installing? Lots of Christmas lights. Funny enough, we do actually offer that as a service. So we do quite a few large houses installing their Christmas lights each year and taking them down in January. So if anyone's looking for some external light at this time of year, just let us know. Brian, Protecting Electrical.
Thanks, Brian. Tina, followed by Richard.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Tina Walker, the talker of Liberty Executive Services, offering a secretarial and admin service. I'm based in Essex, but cover locally and nationwide, supporting small businesses to corporations that need an extra pair of hands. So at this time of year, you never know, we're getting busy because people are getting ready for the big Christmas season. So if you know anybody that needs any extra help, please pass my details. That's me, Tina Walker, the talker of Liberty Executive Services. I'm not a 9 to 5, I'm start to finish.
Thank you, Tina. Richard Reed. You're next.
I'm confused.
And you were followed by Jane, who was the stimulus for all of this rhyming nonsense. Go on, Richard. You'll go.
Morning, everyone. My name's Richard Reed. Come to Prestige Hotels Travel Limited. I'm an independent travel consultant. If you're looking for speed, don't come to me. But if you're looking for someone to weed out what you need, then Prestige can complete that deed. Then you should heed my feed and call Reed, and you will be pleased indeed. Thank you, Dr. Susan.
Excellent. Right. Jane, you're next. You're finished, Richard. And anyway, Jane, you're next, and you will be followed by Colin.
Thank you. So it's easy to rhyme words with Jane. It's plain, ordinary, dated, and even mundane. And scone as in gone or scone as in stone. There are options galore like don, con, bone, phone. We know malleon rhymes with galleon, of course, medallion, scallion, or the word for a male horse. But when it comes to rhyming my middle appellation, then we're in trouble and cursed to damnation. If only they called me Mary, Sue, or even Miranda. But no, my first names happen to be Jane Cassandra. And my English Green Tea Company is now where I'll end to say gifts, treats, and hampers are what we send. Prices from little to extravagant and lavish, gifts with deliciousness you just want to ravish. And today, if you'd like to buy my book here, there's no charge for my signature, a message, my dear. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.
I've been given special dispensation for 15 seconds more. It's relating to names. I saw this week. There's a prize if you can guess. It's a new flavour of crisp. Any idea what this is flavoured? There'll be a prize for the winner. Go.
It doesn't rhyme with malleon, does it?
It doesn't rhyme with malleon.
Brussels sprouts.
They're good guesses, but the prize stays with me. Roast potato crisps. I thank you.
Thank you again, Jane. Colin, you're followed by Paul.
Morning. Since last week, I've been spending some time trying to rhyme anything with Colin, or O'Connor, or Blue Planet, or Health and Safety. Luckily, my middle name, James, rhymes with flames, and I'm an expert in fire safety. So fire risk assessment, fire marshal training. Do you know any office managers or facilities managers who'd appreciate a chat and a free review of their existing fire safety arrangements? If you do, please ask them to give me a call. That's Colin from Blue Planet Consulting. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. Paul, you're followed by
Paul Deleu from Red Vine Communications Agency. Deleu Rhymes with Kathmandu, I guess. We help businesses communicate clearly and effectively, and this past week I've been doing lots of tidying and polishing. No, I've not taken up a cleaning job, I've been tidying up a tender document for a client. They're very similar to lots of smaller businesses in that they're very good at what they do, but not necessarily good at explaining it, especially in order to answer questions which are rather specific. So they sent the document through to me, I had a look through, I revised it, cleaned it up and polished it, and made sure that they answered all the questions fully and completely. Sent it back to them, they're extremely happy, and with a bit of red wine tidying and polishing, their chances of winning that tender are slightly increased. So if anybody knows anybody that's bidding for business and wants somebody to take a look through a document, very happy to help. Cordially, Red Wine Communications Agency help businesses communicate clearly.
Thanks, Paul. Vincent, followed by Stuart.
Vincent Osmosis rhymes with pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanopoiosis. And I'm from Ganshill Village. Does anyone know where this is? It's Ganshill Village. That's right. Not everyone's choice of photo for a canvas print. You may want a photo of your loved one, your pet, or even, you ready, Mike? Come on, son. Or even your prized MG Roadster sitting in the field.
My loved one.
So these are great to decorate your office reception area. Stealing the wrong ones. Great. That's enough. Thanks. Great to decorate your home, your office, your reception area, and they make very good C-word gifts as well. And they start from 30 centimetres square all the way up to a whopping 90 by 60 centimetres, which in old money is 3 foot by 2 foot. So that's Vincent from Speaking. You think it, we ink it. Merry Printmas, everybody.
Thank you, Vincent. It's always nice to see it. Stuart, you're followed by John Hammond.
Morning, everybody. Stuart from LG Networks. Nothing wrong with Stuart. I was more good, so I'm not playing that game. Last week I stood up and spoke about unified communications. Okay, I just want to expand a little bit on that. What is unified communication? It's basically bringing all of your communication tools together in one location, in one point, in one device. Whether that device is your mobile phone or your laptop or a desk phone, the whole point of unified communications is they all work together. Now what that means for me, personally now, is that I no longer give out my mobile phone number. Okay, my DDI number is now the way to contact me when I'm sat at the office with a phone, whether I'm working remotely with a laptop, whether I'm out and about on my mobile phone. That one number contacts me wherever I am. That is what unified communications is, at the core of unified communications. If you want more details, I'll speak to you about it. Stuart at LG Networks.
Just one thing, Stuart, what does DVI stand for?
Direct dial inwards is your own personalised number.
Thanks very much. John Hammond.
I'm John, and I'm the Don of security systems. So I'm John from JMH Technology. We provide all types of security systems, whether it's your CCTV, your access control into your building, your fire alarm systems, or even your automatic doors to comply with DDA requirements. So if you know anybody who's got a problem with their system, we can help. We can install it, we can maintain it, and we can repair it. And we work for large organisations all the way down to the very small organisations. And we get our work because we do it right, and we do it right first time. So I'm John from JMH Technology, providing technology to security.
Thank you, John. Scott.
Good morning, yes. They call me Scott. Scott, licensed to build websites. We do everything internet. Lots of people refer to me as .Scott. So it's say the creation or the update of existing websites, search engine optimization of something to make it perform and work as good as it can, but simple things like email services, registering domain names, web hosting, online marketing in all of its shapes and forms. That's where we work, that's what we do. Anything internet. Scott, thank you.
Thank you, Scott. William, you're next, and you'll be followed by me, and you'll be followed by Paul Wood.
Morning guys, so we're from Greatwater Capital and Commercial Advisors. This is going to carry me through some of my life, I know. Wild Will from Harold Hill, never worked, never will. Years ago as a kid, and the oxymoron is I never stopped working there, so we move on. So what do? We provide commercial financing right across the whole spectrum for all requirements. We do asset finance, asset leasing, we do contract hire, we do development finance. Predominantly now because of the market and as I said, the plethora of property investment opportunities, financing property now is unbelievable. There's this term that you will know or start to know over the next quarter, it's called BTR, build to rent. The country is changing from house owners to house rental, and it's huge. It's billions and billions of money being invested by pension funds using your money you put in your pension as matching liability for investors. So it's huge. If you want to talk about it sometime, come and talk to me, William Vanner, Greatwater, Commercial Advisor, not Wild Will from Harold Hill. I won't respond.
Thanks. Hayden Squire always aims higher, inveterate liar. Last week, I discussed with you that I'm essentially a contract lawyer, and I related it to employment contracts of various sorts. This week, property contracts. I deal with commercial leases, acting for landlords or tenants. Acting for the landlords, I am interpreting heads of terms and creating new leases and creating a lease that will ultimately be more to their advantage than to the tenants. Acting for the tenant, I advise on the lease they're entering into, and if it's a new lease, I deal with varying that, amending it. So, I hope that's something for you all to grab onto and find referrals for me. When you need that little bit more, call for help from TM Law. And Paul is next.
Yeah, morning. Paul Booth rhymes with truth, or Paul Booth rhymes with smooth, whichever one. Obviously, the same with now coming across, and it's lots of self-assessment tax returns, lots of self-assessment inquiries, really. Unusual if we don't get one or two new inquiries a day. Normally they're nice and straightforward, so there's lots of people who haven't completed their self-assessment tax returns, might be struggling if they haven't got an accountant, or if they have got an accountant they still might be struggling. So it's Paul Booth from Booth & Co, Minimize Tax, Maximize.
Thanks, Paul. Right. That's the end of the members' contributions. Elizabeth, give us 16.
Thank you for inviting me back. So I've been thinking all week about what rhymes with Melissa. I couldn't find anything. So I've gone with Jackson, Mr. Jackson, klaxon, a horn that emits a large warning sound. As an insolvency practitioner at Camo Francis, I spot the warning signs of businesses in distress and turn them around. So what are the warning signs of financial distress and how can we assist? Running low of cash, mounting debts, inability to pay your fixed costs such as rent or employee costs, and how can we help? We work with that business and their owners to avoid insolvency where possible and steer the company back to good health. If, however, insolvency is unavoidable, we walk clients through formal insolvency procedures in a sympathetic and ethical way. So who can assist us in reaching so many businesses as possible in need? Business advisors, accountants, mortgage advisors, independent financial advisors, finance brokers, lenders, bankers and solicitors. Camo Francis, assisting businesses in financial distress.
That is the end of our 60-second round. Yes, it's the end of the 60-second round. But at this stage, I should hand you over to the person who's going to award that, the Oscars.
Thank you very much, Aidan, and thank you to those of you that made the effort with the rhyming. No, I didn't. But thank you. Richard, if you would have won it, if you rapped that, you would have won it. As Paul said, that was just crying out for a rap. John Hammond, excellent, really clear, succinct, spot on what we do, really good. I'm going to award it to Tina today because I don't have to say a little rhyme, but it was really good and I liked it. Well done.
Well done. As is customary after the 6th round, Synergy team, no it isn't a Synergy team report, it is Scott with the meeting secretary report. I'm doing well today.
Right, 23 new referral opportunities passed so far this week, so that's terrific. Well done. Good kickstart to December. Some money recorded as well, but really it's all about the referral opportunities that I like to talk about. Also, congratulations. It's going to be a hard month to beat Stu for December for a couple of reasons. One, because we haven't quite as many meetings as we normally would. But Stuart's also had his name down for being responsible for both of our new members. So when they join, you get 75 points in the Performance League. So he's got a 150-point kickstart.
Still plenty of time for me to copy up.
Absolutely. I think you find I referred right, actually.
You can get, yeah.
I think you find they were both signed up in November. Squeeze you.
They joined. so well done, Stu. That probably is difficult for you unless you really rules it all up. But yeah, well done.
Thanks, Scott.
Oh, no. And what we didn't promise, we did say this right at the start, is for all of those people who managed to recruit and convert members to joining, it's a reward in it for you. So we've got some Amazon vouchers to say thank you for that extra effort. Merry Christmas.
Right, at this stage, if there'd been a Synergy team meeting during the week, either Richard or Paul would be, however there wasn't, and that won't happen tonight, and we might hear from both Paul and Richard as to whether or when those Synergy team meetings will take place in what is very much a foreshortened month. However, we don't care about it at the moment. What we care about is the 10-minute presentation. Paul, could you do the introductions, please?
Yeah, thanks. So I've got the list of the speakers for the next few weeks. Next week's is Jane Mayer. So Jane, we tend to have an annual awards ceremony in February for the best certain slots, including the best 10 minutes. And I think what might win it is maybe tasting scones. That's still thing. Yeah.
That will do it.
You could be up there with that. After Jane, it's the 16th, so it's the Xmas special. So there's no 10 minutes that week. Then we've got a couple of weeks off. First meeting in the new year is 6th of January, where it's going to be Aiden's White. And Jane, could you do the Epsilon on the 6th of January, please?
Yes.
Thank you. So turning to this week's 10 minutes. Okay. I'll give you some clues. A well-known problem that needs fixing. Daylight saving time. I like evenings. Something I admire in others. The ability to join dual carriageways at over 60 miles an hour. Favourite holiday location and why? Any of Asia on a motorbike in the sunshine.
Is it Tina?
Fish I could cook well. A Sunday roast with olive bread as a sous chef. So you might not have guessed it by now, but I'll give you a big clue. Videography and marketing contests. The business name is Blackwater Media, and it is, of course, Mike Skinner.
Give me a brief moment while I do the whole Dragon's Den setting stuff up before we start.
Shall I start the time?
Loads of toys today. Morning everyone. I think I've been here long enough that you all know I produce video and photo content for businesses and events. Most of you were around for my last Zoom presentation where I showed a few examples of my work and as well as a bit of background, but since we haven't got easy access to a screen this time, I thought we'd have a bit of hands-on involvement from all of you instead. So the plan for my presentation today is we're going to film 2, if we have time, quick testimonial videos for EBF using members of the group to fill all the roles involved in filming. Basically, I'm going to let you do the presentation for me, so if it comes out really badly, not my fault, I'm passing it over. We're going to have to be quite quick to get through this so I can explain what's involved in each role. So, I'm going to ask for volunteers. If we have time to do it twice, great. If not, just get one person up each time, and I'll call out some roles. I'm going to start with Jane, because you kind of spoke to you earlier on, and I know you'll be keen on this part of it. So first up, I need a presenter to talk to the camera. Jane, would you mind stepping up to join us? If you, I was going to say, you can bring it home with you, give you a bit of paper if you want, or you can just add a little bit, which you're probably absolutely fine. Yeah. I'm looking for a brief introduction. What's your name? What's your business? And what's EBF done for you? Or just a nice funny memory or something you like about the group for about 30 seconds. Around that. So start mentally prepping in a second. While the presenter thinks about that, I'm looking for a director. And this is the person who's going to boss everyone around and get stuck in. So, anyone brave enough to put their hand up? Someone's got to. Vince, right, I'm picking you. You're going to be in charge of laying out and directing the scene. And I want you to decide where you want the talent to sit or stand, what's going to be behind them, where you want the light to be. And bear in mind, we've got windows and we've got an extra light to play with as well. So start having a look around, move a chair if you need to be while I talk to the other members, and you're going to take over.
Do you have to stand up?
Yes, you've got to come up here and get stuck in. I've pre-warned you all. Next up, I need a camera operator. Anyone semi-techie? Yeah, cool, fantastic. Your job's going to be to hold the camera steady, adjust the zoom if it needs to be an exposure, listen to the director, and most importantly, remember to press record and stop at the right time. Right. So I need to do that. Yeah. Just moving it around and things like that. You can adjust the zoom on the lens with your left hand while holding the right, literally just by turning that and that. Okay. We'll also host for you. Important recording stop button is the red button on there. So press that start recording. Okay. Press it again, stop, and that's done. Just it's not shadow, so I don't worry about nothing else too much. Oh yeah, I think that's actually was not the director. So we'll check this. We'll go through it in a minute, but it'll give you some idea of what we're going to be thinking about. And then I need 2 more volunteers, please. One for microphones and one for lighting. It's an easy job, just please come stand things. What are you doing? You're doing microphones, right? Fantastic.
Another mic, brilliant.
Right. So generally this would be on the end of a hold it near to people. What you've got there is you throttle that microphone. As you look at it, you've got your levels on there. Left to turn it down, right to turn it up, and you want to keep the top one somewhere around the middle, so that's a bit loud when you point it at people. Okay, don't need to press go or stop, just leave it recording. Okay. Just watch that. Can I have someone to hold some lights?
Yeah.
On then. Thank you very much, Stuart. See if this is getting involved already. Like it? Yeah.
No, bossy.
Yeah, you've got that power on that one. Just be a bit careful with the battery. Right, so Vince, we're going through the director's cut. You're taking control now. Place your talent, think about the backdrop and where the camera's going to be.
Okay, I want you to stand right here, right in the middle there. So just when you film, yes. Backdrop, yeah, everything. Scott, can you hold up a speed print pen, please? That's it. When you film, I want you to film 360. So as she's talking, you've got to swivel round as he's going round.
I have.
Yes. So you're facing the camera all the time.
I love that. It's fantastic. Right.
Get the Oscar ready.
Our title, then, do you want me?
So while he's sorting the camera out, we're going to set the lighting.
So have you got to run round as well?
Yes. You also follow the camera, Jane.
Right.
Okay, hold position.
Hold on.
So with the lighting that you've got available as well, Vince, You've got your light man there. If you get him to turn that on.
Like Stuart, can you?
Generally, a good idea is to stand slightly behind and slightly to one side of the camera, so you're lighting their face from as if above, like the sun would be, but slightly to the side of the camera.
Everyone follow the cameraman around so you don't get shot.
Am I talking at the same time?
Do you want to take a look at this?
Talk and swivel.
Do you want to have a quick look
Right.
at this shot to make sure we're happy?
Could you just talk a second so I can get the
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
There you go, Sarah's jumped ahead. So the next step for the director is going to be check the sound levels, professionals all the way through. I'm going to get out the back of it.
We're getting a bit of flare off her glasses.
Oh no.
Everyone's position. Tell the camera to record and then call action.
On.
And cut when you're done.
That's the effect. Okay, and action.
Hello, I'm Jane Mallion, rhymes with stallion, from the English Cream Tea Company. I was looking for a new networking group in Essex that was not full of the usual suspects. And I wanted one that was great for networking, but not over stuffy. And I found one. And it's EBF, which stands for the Essex Business Forum. If you haven't heard about it, look it up, great website, and come and join us for a trial meeting, because I know you will love it.
And cut.
Fantastic. Should we have a round of applause for everyone?
Needed more space.
Did you press record and stop?
No.
Oh. No, fantastic. Well done, everyone. I don't know how we're doing time-wise, Vincent, because when I was running through that, I was running well late. But if anyone else fancies a go, you know what you're doing now, so you know what's to beat.
3 minutes for questions.
Or you can do some questions. Yeah. Put that back in the room. Thank you very much. Cheers, well done. Yes, like I said, the floor to any questions, and at the end of the meeting, then I'll start playing with a bit more than what
Scott, it's not so much a question. I just wanted to say I had the pleasure of seeing Mike actually do that properly a couple of weeks ago after a meeting here. We went across to a client's and Mike was filming all kinds of videos, product demonstration videos for the day. And it was terrific, really, really great. Those videos then went off to an exhibition in London last week, and they were the focal point of a huge trade stand, and it was an absolute success. So brilliant work. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Mike, you know you did the film, you said that was, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes of that there.
Yeah.
Presumably you then got to spend either the same or more time taking that away and making it presentable.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a rough balance when I'm trying to price things up. It obviously varies a lot depending on the project. For half a day's filming, you're probably looking at about a day's editing, so about sort of 2 to 1 full day's filming, you're probably looking at a couple of days to get through it all.
So that one there, probably about 3 weeks, yeah?
Well, because that was so well directed, recorded, that's just going to be straight from camera straight, and that'll be
I
really
suspect that one will need to be filmed.
Yeah, very massively. If you I've done some work with Sarah where we sort of sat you down and you spoke to camera for 10 minutes. That's great because you take it off the camera, change a few little bits, put the logo on, it's done. At the same time, someone can want 30 seconds sort of really flashy, you know, things dropping in and the chef cooking and stuff like that. That can take days to edit because it's just really picky stuff, even though it's only a short thing. Yes, it's very much project dependent.
Do you normally need a team that big?
I usually go for much bigger. Yeah, yeah. I don't like to work with less than 20 people.
Right.
No, generally I do. Vast majority of our own. You set the microphone up, you set the lights up. It depends what you need. Like if you're walking around doing an event, I'll just do it with a camera like that I can walk around with. The microphone will be on there, and do it all handheld. If like we got the other week, we had a couple of lights set up and just set the environment up, and then just one person can come in there. But yeah, it needs to be able to bring in second or third person, but generally just yourself.
You use drones to shoot footage
Yes,
as well?
yeah, I do. Yeah, insured and qualified to fly drones commercially. The vast majority of the stuff, it'll either be for little bits of B-roll between clips. If you're doing a business, you get like a nice little outside shot of that. I've also done it for rig surveys. We did a couple of big industrial estates in Chelmsford, and they were going to have to put spider nukes up and then go over each roof individually, clear the car park, all that. Instead, we just went on the first one view, flew it over each building and went, there's an issue in that corner, there's an issue in that corner, so you only need to shut the car park for half a day rather than 2 weeks to install all of it.
How do you cope with people who are camera shy but need to be in the film?
I'm very sympathetic because I hate being in front of the camera. Yeah, absolutely. Whenever I sort of have to record demo stuff, it takes me about 25 takes to get a quick take of it. I hate it. I mean, yeah, just sort of speak. Generally, we try and do a bit of messing around on the camera first before, rather than just sit down going, okay, go, film me a bit.
Yeah.
Just chat for a bit first, what's their day been like, and then they kind of forget the camera's there a little bit more. If they really don't like it, we get presenters. Yeah, just run 2 presenters and get someone to sit for them. Any other questions?
Should Vincent have worn his cap the other way round?
No, we should have put something black over the chair so we had a proper director's chair.
Richard?
Just a bit of advice, actually.
Yeah.
If you want to count on with a steady hand, give him a drink first.
Yeah, 100%. I'm actually, I get nervous doing these sort of things anyway, but I'm just genuinely afflicted by quite shaky hands, and it's a pain in the neck. Like, again, the gimbal thing's brilliant for it. If I'm walking around handheld, I have to have a strap on, like, I press it against my neck, because my hands are always like that,
Yes.
whatever I'm doing. Yeah. So, perfect for a cameraman.
Any more questions? Mike?
Okay, lovely.
Thanks for
Thank you very much.
Don't sit down, Mike. You've got to run around or walk or something. Right, the referrals and testimonials round follows. Let's start with the naughty corner and work our way round, please.
Yeah, well done, Matt. Thank you for really Jane, a tough act to follow next week, so no pressure at all.
She's got chocolate brownies.
Yeah, that's right, I win.
One-to-one with Stuart yesterday, so thank you for that. Thank you for the money for Sarah. Good meeting. Welcome to Melissa again. Good meeting.
Yeah, just echo that. I mean, the other thing Mike's not even covered here has actually helped us do is we've had 5 videos recorded, which was just where we hired a presenter just to read our script straight to camera, which was recorded completely separately. That was nothing to do with Mike being the presenter. But then we gave the videos to Mike, and he's added in the subtitles, he's put in the stock footage, he's added in photographs, so he's taken what's a very dry video and really brought it to life. And he's done that very, very well. And we've got a series of 5 or 6 videos that we're going to be sort of dripping out over in the new year. So it's a lot more to what Mike does, and actually wanted to show you here today. So I highly recommend it. Thank you to Paul for our little sit down with us today. Welcome to our new members, officially in. Got you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much, Mike, for that. That was very interesting. Are we doing referrals now? Yeah. Right, we've got one for Stuart, hospital project that we spoke about. Got one for Terry about a landlord, tenant disputes. I think it's that one, yeah, sorry. One for Vince, drawings.
Thank you. Job done, thank you.
And one for Nick as well. He's not here today, but someone needs a structural engineer and architect. So should I leave that with Mick?
You make direct contact with him.
Yeah.
Good job.
Really good. Different 10-minute slot. That was nice.
I like that it's made as difficult as possible. Yeah.
And a good education as well. That was very, very good. Because got the referral from Paul. And that was a good referral because Guy came to me and asked me who I could recommend to deal with some taxation. I said, well, my accountant, Paul, is very, very good. And because Paul did a good job for me, I was able to refer him on to this guy, also called Brian. And then, so that was repeat business for you, and then he's come back again, so that's even more repeat business. So that was really good. See you next week.
Thank you for inviting me back again, and really, really enjoyed the meeting. Great to see the video stuff. I've always wanted to put video content on my website, so I'm very interested in that. We do lots of talks and seminars and things like that, and they'd be great to be recorded and shown on our websites for our clients and people that need that kind of educational information. I do have a referral for Vincent. So, like, okay, thank you very much.
Same old jokes. I was hoping to put a bit of Tarantino in it, a bit of spurting fake blood or something, but I didn't have time. Didn't have time or the budget. My two guests promised me they're going to be here next week. We'll see what happens. One of them's a plumbing heating engineer. He's absolutely promised faithfully he'll be here. And the same week that I said Speedprint, the best printers in the world, I buggered up a job for Sarah, which put her in a rather awkward position. So, sorry, Dolly. That's a brave one from you, Marcel. That's a nice bottle, that. Hope Stacey doesn't notice it's missing. Talking of Stacey, thank you very much for the chocolate brownie, which I may or may not give to Stacey, depending on whether I manage to bring it home from Speedprint or not. And thank you for the money to Paul Booth for the pull-up roller banner. Thank you. And Paul Booth, one-to-one with Neil tomorrow. He's coming to Ganshill Village, so I hope he wears a protective vest.
It's a smile that works for me. The cars are very accept. Jesus, smile. Yeah, great meeting, great presentation. Really enjoyed it. Good education spot, Paul, because you have to reiterate sometimes the basics. I was going to have a nice referral from Neil on Friday, but by Saturday I had to cancel it. I spoke to Sarah and do some work. I was going to have a party, but unfortunately my oldest daughter, when I got COVID, going to a gig in Scotland, which called off half the people, so a referral was delayed or rescheduled. I'm going to apologise now because I'm going to leave it in a minute, rather than get the abuse as I sneaked out. I thought I did last week. So until the end of this year, I'm afraid it's logistics. So I just can't get a train to London without going back to Bedford. So apologies. Lovely meeting. Speak soon. Thank you.
Don't worry, you'll still get the abuse.
I know.
Richard.
Excellent meeting, it always is. Welcome to our newly joined members. I've got a roof, and Melissa, good to see you.
Bye, Mike.
This is from Howard to me. He knows nothing about this yet. But he's not here, and I fed up with waiting for him to turn up. I just organised his mum's trip to Australia for the year. This is from me to Howard. Update of client's financial situation, top up investment fund. That's the done deal. This is for a one-to-one with Howard. And this is for a one-to-one with you.
Look, he's called Mike Rogers.
Definitely here occasionally.
Brilliant 2 minutes. I don't want to know how much that camera stuff I was carrying was I was slightly nervous I might drop it. Welcome to our new members, always good to have a new blood on board. And hi again to Melissa. Hopefully we'll see you again as well. And really good edge sort by the Naughty Corner Theatre Troupe. Wondering if you're going to be doing a nativity play on the 16th of December. Throwing out there. Please don't encourage you. Oh no, you're not. And had a lovely one-to-one with Sarah still so ago. So always a pleasure. That's it. Thank you.
Thoroughly enjoyed the meeting. Welcome members. I will begin to harass you for mugshots to go onto the website and get all of those things set up in due course. Some money's due. Money's in both from ex-members this week, so that was great for me. And Mike, we've already talked about it. One of the ex-members here, Dimmy Bacaloff from Sky Stairs. We're going to be refreshing and improving his website. We want to just show off his level of high craftsmanship and detail. So I think video is a real key way of doing that. Hopefully, we can get you involved and it's a project for us.
Sounds like a video for somebody falling down the stairs, Mike.
That's Terry, the claims one.
Talking about members, John Freeman is back from his exile in Lanzarote, or was it Tenerife? So he's around for referrals, and hopefully he's no longer COVID affected and will be here next week. So that's good news as well. And I have got a referral for him, and I will let him know. And an excellent. So thanks, Mike, for a very entertaining time. And Jane, brownie point is what you get.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, well done, Mike. That was excellent. It's nice to have something different. It was really good. I'm a bit disappointed in your choice of director, but apart from that, it's okay. So, welcome to the new members. It's great to see you on board, and really hope to see you list again. I'm sure we've got some synergy. It'll be great. A couple of referrals. They've done deals already. One from Ryan. I don't know if you can help me. I could just call and get rid of a chat. I need an extract plan for it, but there's not a hole to put it in yet. That makes sense. And long story. And then one for Jane, two boxes of tea, one of which is you send me your try for me, and one of which you've got very much. Thank you very much, Jane.
I think the moral of today's meeting is whatever you want doing, pay a professional. Yeah, absolutely. I'm quite happy to hold the meeting for the next 10 minutes telling you all about the training video I made exactly 40 years ago when I was a manager for Halfords, and my assistant manager was Mick Mechanic and I was Roger the Bodger, and we did a video of us doing oil changes on the coast. It was really good. Anyway, so does anybody want me to tell you the story? No. Right, I've got a referral for Ben Golding, who has just energised my mum's flat. I've got another referral from Ben Golding, who has just energised my son David's house. I've got another referral for Ben Golding, who has just energised my other son's girlfriend's house. And I've got another referral for Ben Golding, who just energised my other son's flat. And shout out to Ben Golding, my son's gas was cut off at midnight. No, not midnight, 10 o'clock on Sunday night. And Ben actually sorted it during the middle of the night for us. He's a genius, that bloke, really, really good. And I'll say this one very quietly because he's already done the work about a week ago, but this was a referral to Alan Muller for some electrical work at my son's new house.
Very good.
Really good 10 minutes there. It's nice to know exactly what gets done. And really good entertainment ed slot as well. I'd say it's Two Musketeers, not the naughty corner anymore. And welcome to new members, and great for you to come along and be part of our team for that. I've got a referral for you that we spoke about around the week for Christmas tea. And I had a one-to-one with Alison this week, and thank you for the money for Terry. Thank you, see you all next week.
That really good 10 minutes. I really enjoyed that. I've got a number of activity boards to fill out, which I forgot all the figures, but I forgot to bring in with me. But there's one for Stuart that's a client that's going back now, years, on Courthouse. And Colin referred one. And Colin referred one which we've got to work out, which we're getting a lot of work from. That's brilliant, and I will fill those out and send them.
Thanks everyone for making me feel so welcome and for allowing me to join the group. Welcome to Melissa again. Welcome back. Hopefully you'll see the light and apply to join. Thank you, Paul, for the education slot. Really enjoyed it. And indeed, thanks to Mike for the very thought-provoking education piece. I've got one referral for John, which is actually a job for me, but it still counts as a referral. And I'd just like to ask Mike what energised means.
Means he's taken on their gas and electricity stuff.
Well, not just supply.
Utility warehouse.
Yes, utility warehouse he's been holding, so he's
Wow,
signed them up
that's
for
a
the
brave move.
gas,
Is it
electricity,
big amount?
landline, mobile phone, cashback card, what else? All that stuff.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Unfortunately, in the name of me, my energy was true and he electrocuted me.
Really enjoyed this meeting, thank you. And I will say that Mike did do some filming for me and he put me very much at ease, because I do get nervous in front of the camera. So. Right, a few referrals today. First one to Jane, because I have just bought her lovely festive scone baking kit. Thank you, for a Christmas present. Next one is to Ryan, because I would really like some back garden lights, please. So I would be in touch about that one. Another one for Jane, because one of the things, I don't know what to say anyway, is that she has a lovely house in Norwich that she rents out, and so I'm hoping to rent that out for my cousin's wedding next year. Vince, some more Christmas printing.
Trust me.
I've forgiven you
Thank
for
you.
the printing error. Yep. Next one is from Mike Hickson. Spoke about it briefly a couple of weeks ago. My next door neighbours have a company and they're looking for IT support. That's good. Thank you. And lastly, lovely one-to-one with Paul Denew and Paul Booth. So that's Paul Denew. Thank you for everything you've done this week. You're just amazing. You respond so quickly to everything. So well done.
Very, very good. So it may not come as a surprise to know that I'm a speaker. I just spend quite a lot of my time giving talks and also have coached people on presentation skills. And one of the key things to success in the audience taking in what you're saying is edutainment. 10 out of 10 for edutainment. 10 out of 10 for edutainment. It absolutely helps us to remember the point you're making. It was excellent. Well done. So Sarah Steele, thank you very much. Right? Oh God. Right. Thank you for the gift. I'll record the house one next week. Melissa, thank you for that purchase today. Terry Mayland, thank you for your purchases. And Vince, thank you very much for yours. That's absolutely lovely. See you next week on Green Ground.
Mike, thanks very much for doing the running, as well as thank you very much for an excellent presentation. That's the end of the referral and testimonials round. Actually, I will stand up to address you, lazy in my old age. Thanks to you all for what has been a really entertaining meeting, very nice meeting. Anybody got anything that they want to bring to the attention of the meeting, Vince?
Yeah, just very quick, are we going to get to see the fruits of our labour?
I imagine so, yeah. Yeah, I'll get over this evening. Yeah, I'm out for the day. Get out this evening.
Don't be harassed by it.
Lunchtime, please. Okay.
Paul?
Yeah, basically, Synergy team, Christmas drinks and food on the Tuesday the 14th of December at 6 PM in Dilrick here. Starting off at Blue Ball and then we'll go probably for curry. So I'll send an invite reminder around to everyone. But I haven't got anything up. Normally I don't need to. But yeah, if we could get everyone's invited, but if you get 6 or 8 as a minimum, that'd be pretty nice.
We go to the sugar nut after that.
On town, that's brilliant.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Paul. Is that the last? Right. Well, look, the sun's shining. It might be a bit cold out there, but we're all in a happy mood. We're all ready for a day's work. So I send you out to the world and look forward to seeing you all next week.